Hello and welcome to game 2 against elementmario222. So looking at this board, there were a few things that jumped out to you, ill-gotten gains, but probably which is better. Border Village is nice, you can gain lots of things. Border Village into Witch, Border Village into Council Room, Border Village into Archive. Seems like here, even though the curses are around, at least you can trash your coppers with Moneylender. And there's a lot of draw on the board, so you can probably build through the curses. Luca comes up here again. Uh, so the draw is in, of course, Consular Room, Gear, and Archive. So how do you open here? Well, I was thinking to use Gear and Moneylender to try to get up to 6 very quickly. 6 gets you Border Village into Witch, which is nice. There's also Villa here to help you recover potentially from some dead turns. So my opponent does the same here. And on turn 3 gets to Witch, which is very nice for them. Takes it, of course. Gets the 5 for Witch. Mission here, there's a lot of nice things to do with mission on this board. Lurkers are here, you can use them on mission turns. You can set up your gears on mission turns, play an archive. Use even Grave Robber on your mission turn. So there's a lot of scope here for mission, um, provided your deck is set up nicely. So what I do here, and actually my opponent will show you something else you can do on mission turns. What I decided to do here was, instead of going for mission, I know Game Moneylender is in the back, I went for a silver. The silver was for a couple of things: to try to buy border villages more easily, also to try to buy villas more easily should I need to do so. The alternative there that I was considering was mission. Into using my gear, of course, because I can't buy cards, I would use my gear, set aside my Moneylender and a copper, and hope to get border village on the next turn. Anyways, so my opponent takes a mission straight away here on turn 4 after playing their gear, and out comes the witch. Hooray! So that's another thing that you can do on your mission turns: play the witch, play attacks, of which witch is the only one on the board, but that is what my opponent did on their mission turn. So I have a curse in my deck now going into the reshuffle 2 here. I decided to buy a lurker. I didn't really want to buy the lurker, but I went ahead and I bought it anyway. I mean, it works best in pairs, right? And it's going to be very difficult to pair lurkers on this board, especially considering I don't have a witch yet, right? I didn't get the draw to get the witch on my turns 3 and 4. So perhaps that should have been nothing. I feel like 95% sure that should have been nothing, but whatever, it's done now, so I have to play with it. I do get to my 6, so I get the witch. My opponent also has a lurker, so I can't even be reckless as I was last game. Not reckless, but you know, I could do what I want if only I have the lurker. I could have definitely put a border village in there if it was just me. But no, now my opponent has 1, and they take a mission turn to curse me. Which is a problem, because I've taken on 3 curses now, and I have not yet given my opponent any. So hopefully I can get around to my witch fast enough. Another thing that you can do on your mission turns, as my opponent also shows me later, is that you can trash. You can use your Moneylender. You don't have to buy anything. You just get rid of the copper. I do end up getting a second lurker here. I mean, maybe with the gears and the missions, I might be able to play both of them in successive turns, like one on my regular turn, one on my mission turn, or maybe use my gear to save one and then see the other lurker in the next hand. Maybe it's just an idea, of course, just an idea. But I think 2 makes more sense than 1. At least you have some chance of pairing the 2. There should be 0 lurkers in this deck at this point, but anyways. My opponent trashes with the Moneylender here, and I think has enough for just 5 coin, which is what the deliberation was about here. 6 is an easy border village, but 5 is an archive. I guess it was between that and a second witch, and I agree with the archive there, just because of the terminal space issue, right? And I only have 5 here. Maybe that should have been a second witch for me, given that I'm so far behind on the curse split. I don't know. Um, Maybe, I'm not sure. Maybe should I second witch for my opponent too. I mean, their villas, who knows. Anyway, mission again for my opponent. So you'll see the full range of things to do here on my opponent's turn, and what to do with mission turn. So his archive is set up, the witch comes out. I am 5 down on the curses right now. I do put a border village into the trash here because, yeah, I know the other lurker is coming. There's a small chance, only a small chance, that I did not find that lurker. Decided to go for it anyway. Take a second witch here because I knew this witch would trigger the shuffle, so at least I would have a witch in the shuffle. I land one curse, so we got one in. Hooray! Very good. It's on turn 8, we put one curse in my opponent's deck, and they've put 5, but it's a start, okay? It's a start. Anyways, um, you can already tell this match is going in my opponent's favor here. Just the curse split alone is enough, and the less Lucas also is enough to point you in that direction. So there was not much I felt like I could have done in this game. Maybe on turn 3, instead of picking up the silver, I could have gone for a mission. I'm not sure how much that would have changed. I would not have been able to get my witch on turns 5 or 6 or 7, even if I had done that instead of the silver. But I don't know, maybe this is just how it goes sometimes. Another mission turn for my opponent. So, yep, picking up an archive from the bin because he put one there on his previous turn. The witch comes out for a 6th time. Very good. Very good. Not very good options here for this gear, right? Like, I'm not sure what I do here. I could go for a mission. I think that's what I end up doing, to try to find my witch. Try to get something out of this game, meaning try to give him some curses. Archive first here. I mean, fishing for Luca is like a 1 in 13 chance. Doesn't happen, which is perfectly fine. I take the copper here. I don't know why I take the copper there. I'm not really sure why I took the copper there instead of the silver. Oh no, I know why. I kept the silver maybe to try to save up for a border village, but my deck is too full of junk now to even afford. Like, I only had two coin on that last turn. My witch gave him one curse and drew me into 2 curses. That's how bad things are. I end up actually losing the curse split. Copper here because Moneylender is coming, but no, it's on the bottom 3. Draw curses instead. Hooray for curses. And I actually end up losing this curse split 8-2, and that's when I decided, okay, that's about enough. I don't think I can make much progress here. I had given up quite a while ago, but I decided to play on a few turns just to see what Element Mario would do, just to see how he would approach things, get an idea of what kind of player he is. Um, he seemed to, I assume it's he because Mario, and Mario is a boy in the video game. Anyways, yeah, he just built on here seemed to be fairly reasonable things. Archives coming into the deck, getting border villages. He added lurkers at the right time to pick up these border villages. Is making excellent use of mission. So yeah, all in all, a nice compact play from my opponent here. Gets a lot done off the mission turn, trashes but doesn't buy anything, which is perfectly fine for him. And I do throw in the towel here. So that's game 2. Thank you for watching. Again, advice, comments, feedbacks, or feedback